Waiting. Something most of us do not like doing. Like you're just in this line, you're in this period, you're in a season where you're just waiting and waiting and waiting. And you're like, is there a point to all this? Is there really something that's at the end of this tunnel? Because I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I can't no more. But you know what? What if waiting is the point? What if waiting is transforming you into that person that you need to be? It's transforming this season of your life into getting better, into that next season where it's like, boom. And when you think about it like that, it's like, okay, pause. Pause. Maybe this is building character and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it on this video. Hello everyone. My name is Branson, and I love making these videos because honestly, it's just a vibe. I get to talk here on camera and say my mind and just be positive and enlightful because I'm a positive person. I try to see the brighter side. Obviously, I'm not always positive. I have my moments where I'm like, no, this can't, like everything is wrong. But generally, I lean more on the positive side because I just feel like, why are we harping on the bad, even though sometimes it's hard? But that's why we're going to talk about waiting in this video. So why we hate waiting so much? Well, for one, we really love instant gratification. And in this day and age with all the dopamine hits that we get, all the quick spikes of like happiness that we just hit, the instant gratification and having to actually not get that and wait for things, it just feels so horrible. It feels like it's just like, I had to take a deep breath because it's just like, guys, I'm so I can't. But then in reality, it's like, okay, pause, because great things come to what? Those who wait. And when you look at a lot of the data, when you look at a lot of the people's stories that are successful or that are just, happier, it's a waiting game. It's having to wait for things to go into place and things to fall into place and for you to make things happen in place, okay? Because while I'm saying waiting, yes, but when I mean waiting, I don't mean just actively sitting on the couch like this and like nothing happening and you're just waiting and waiting. You're like, oh, the world is out to get me. There's nothing going on. I don't mean that type of waiting. I mean, you're actively trying things, you're actively pursuing things, you're actively doing whatever it is, trying to, excel at something, but it's still taking its course and it's still going slower than you would like and it's slower than you expected. That's the type of waiting I'm talking about in this video because, we all would just love to sit here and have $1 billion fall out of the sky. But no, we have to be proactive, okay? And also, the biggest things in life don't work the way of just quick instant gratification, because if it did, it wouldn't be the biggest things and it would be so normal to us that we would eventually be like, well, actually, I don't want this or I don't care about this. Just like I was gonna think of some examples I could say, but you get what I mean. Just the things that you do all the time. That some things you do take for granted. We all do, but yeah, waiting just feels like the end of the world, and that's kind of why we obviously hate it so much. And then another thing I would talk about for this video is that we think the destination will fix everything. That is not the case, because I cannot tell you guys how many conversations I've had with people that have gotten things that they wanted and then they realized they didn't want those things or they weren't happy with those things and then they started chasing other things. I have friends that have done some tea things. I can say that because the guys, everybody that not everybody, but like a lot of my friends, they have, especially in this chapter of our lives, because we're in early adulthood, we're figured out life and stuff. They've gotten like job offers or they gotten certain internships or certain they're in certain positions where they like fought for this and they were like, yes, I wanted this. They got it. Now they're like, actually, it's not. Just like when you watch a superhero movie and it's like, but they're not a superhero at first and then they want to be a superhero, but then it's like, what? With great power comes great responsibility. And they find out being a superhero is bad. And they're like, actually, I don't want this no more. This is a lot. And then they're back to being their like normal self. Actually, I said superhero, but like, I'm thinking more like powers, like magic. Okay, anyways, whole different tangent. However, it's like that. We think the destination will fix everything, but it does not. Like, even when you listen, I know, oh my gosh, I've seen stuff about artists, and once they like win an award, like they'll go on stage and they'll speak, but then it feels so rushed because they only have like, I don't know, 40 seconds to speak, or however long the time is, I don't know, but I know it's like counting down, and they feel like after that there's like they've just worked their whole life for this moment, and then they got that award, and now they're just like, so what now? And then it goes into like this thing where like some artists just feel like, yeah, I don't know, and it gets into a limbo. But it's crazy because these are the people in their top fields in their careers, and it's just like you would think that they're at the destination, boo. It's golden. Like you can't tell them nothing, but it's like no, it doesn't feel like that for a lot of people. And yeah, and we think once I get this job or once I get the relationship. I'm sorry, I had to cackle for that one. I'm sorry. Once I get the relationship or whatever it is, no, the destination will not fix everything. And this is why I'm saying we need to stop um having this phase of waiting and feeling like life is horrible until we get to that thing. Because even me, I've been guilty about stuff like that. Because even me doing acting stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, I just need something to come, and then something comes, and now I'm stressed because the thing has come, and now I have to get prepared for it. It's like okay. But I'll always get prepared for it. Let's not do that. I will always get prepared for it, okay? So if you have something, send it my way. But yeah, it's we can always make things about I always say this, but the grass is greener on the other side, okay, guys? But no, the grass is greener wherever you water it. Oh, I just love the simple what are they called? Idioms, sayings, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. I love the simple phrases that I'm taking because it's so true. That's why they're so good and so like common and cliche because they're so true though. The grass is greener wherever you water it. I'm done because yes, we can think the grass is greener on the other side, but I've heard it from all aspects, from the opposite sides of people of what this is and what that is and how good they would feel if they got this and they don't get this and they got that and these people have this what they want. But in reality, it's like we can always find something to complain about. But how about we look at the good and how about we just water wherever we're at? You know, if there's a certain place you don't want to be at right now, let's figure out how we can implement more things to where we can say, okay, you know what? Maybe this situation is not ideal, but you know, we're here. Let's go. Let's see how we can make it. And that is what I am talking about. Okay? And there's also a lot of invisible growth that nobody sees. And yes, it may be hard, especially if you're trying to do something that it could be something that maybe people would see visible, especially if you see it online or like on social media or whatever. Whenever people post like, "I got this" or "knew this" or "finally done this thing," and you see it and it's very visible. And but the thing is, you didn't see their struggle because yeah, you see what they're putting out there, what they're posting, what they're putting down, but you're truly not seeing what they had to go through to get that because somebody may pop up on the story that they are now a realtor, but you didn't see them hours and hours and days and weeks and months of studying and like having to get their license and doing all this info, going to all these open houses, having to have breakdowns with their friends or partners, whoever, talking about how they really want to do this. But you only see that cute little Instagram post or reel that now finally a realtor, la la la. But it's like people have to work, y'all. We like, and I'm not saying like, everything has to be like, double dabble down and get with the program. But I'm saying a lot of things that we want, especially the things that we value as we value high or a form of success, it comes with a lot of work. And I'm telling you all this because I'm learning this myself and what I am trying to do. Even me with YouTube, I've been posting like, I mean, obviously, you guys see me. I've been posting on YouTube every single day for like at least 150 days now. And, I'm still growing. Like some days, video user low, other days, user a little lower. But who knows? A video could blow up tomorrow. I'd be like, well, I've been doing the same. I've been talking about not the same thing, but doing similar things in my videos, talking about certain topics. I talked about when I went to Europe because I was on a 3-week trip to Europe. In a bunch of different cities a few weeks ago. I've talked about acting. I've talked about motivation. I've talked about life. I've talked about school. I've talked about like language, like so many things. And you know what? I'm still here. I'm still here, even when some people may not watch and maybe nobody's watching. I'm still here. So just believe in yourself, and it's gonna be a lot of growth that nobody sees. But as long as you keep pursuing, keep doing, keep just putting that work in, you got this. You got this. You got this. And then once, think about this. If you literally knew, if you knew in your mind, let's say, eventually you would get everything that you ever wanted, but you had to go through this, would you still be thinking about it the way that you are now? You know how now, because you may not know, the end goal may seem so far, so crazy that you're just like, I don't know, like, I just can't do this. But if you knew right now that eventually you're gonna get it, but you know, it's the path you're going down to get it, would you still be like this person and cranky, just like, no? Think about it. That's all I want to say. I'll leave y'all with that. Thank y'all for watching this video. Please watch my other videos and my YouTube shorts as well. I love you guys so much. And bye.